Good morning for you. Sit before you before I go out to work and begin my first meeting on this morning, just to say to the world that this single, this release, Amazed, is out today. So I'm going to ask that you would please download it, watch it on all your streaming services, connect with it on Amazon, and just be a blessing to share it to someone else. I don't know what it may do for you, but I just wanted to talk about really quickly before I make my way onto my meeting at work on today, to just simply say that I am amazed by the love of God. And I wanted to share my why behind this song. And I hope that it resonates with so many people. But my why was about 10 years ago or so. I was living in my own home, had a 3 bedroom, 2 bath house by myself in the household, but was going through some various experiences in life. My dad was really sick. I was having some definite struggles and potential legal things that were going on in the workplace. Relationship things were clearly transitioning and changing. And there was lots of isolation, lots of opportunities to feel a little bit broken, trying to figure out what were my next steps and my next moves, knowing that I felt that there was this urge to move forward in a different direction, but not understanding completely what the whole plan was. And for me, I would typically, whether it sound good to anybody else or not, the joy of the Lord and the song that was in my heart, that I would rise up in the morning with, whatever that may be, whatever gospel song it was, I would sing it in my own household with just me and God, and I would worship and to do all of those things. And it seemed like that was lacking. It seemed as though it was missing. And I was still doing the things now. I don't know that anybody else would know that there was any level of struggle. I was still completing things. I was still traveling, doing ministry, all of that, but just trying to hold on to a level of peace, joy, and contentment. And there were just some spaces in which that was missing. But I was seeking God for it. And I was trying to stand in a place of resiliency. And I was trying to hold on to his unchanging hand. And one day, after just having what seemed to be some level of void, not really having songs that were encouraging or what have you, but meditating on the goodness of the Lord, some words just came to me because I had this I don't know, just this awakening that God's presence was with me, that he was keeping me, that I had not lost my mind, that I was still established in him enough to get up every day and to move forward, and that I was still planning and still just doing a thing. And so I began to sing in my own household how I was amazed by his love, by his presence. And I began to literally write out lyrics after singing these same words over and over again. And every day am coming back to me that not only was I amazed by his love, but what was resonating in my spirit in that moment was that there had not been a song in my heart, but I had the realization, right? Because I had been broken so long that I felt by myself, but in reality, God was there all the time. And so that is what's in the lyrics of this song. It was what brought me back to this sense of, oh, I got this, I can move forward because I have a not just a good God, but I have a great God. And he is uplifting me and he is supporting me and he is my foundation and my strength. And I'm making it every day because of him. And so the more that I sang that song, the more I became encouraged, the more I went into a sense of worship with the Lord. And that was just for me and him. And again, this was more than 10 years ago. And so I called a dear sister of mine, Nona Jones, and I was saying, listen, I know I was in the choir and stuff, but you all know that I did not lead the songs and do any of that. It was good if I could hold on to the notes in the background, right? And so I, however, have been surrounded by amazing people who are extremely talented and gifted in the world of music. And I happen to have grown up in a household where my father loved music, played it all the time. And so music encourages my soul. And so that is not a surprise to me that I would pen, because I do like to write and have done poetry and written plays and all those kinds of things. It wasn't surprising that I would have words, but I was like, listen, no, I don't know what to do with this. I hear this melody in my heart. I keep singing this song the same way. I have these lyrics. I keep singing it over and over and over again, but I don't necessarily know what to do next. And she put some things together with the keyboard, and we did that, and then that's where it was, right? So now I had a keyboard, and I was listening to it at home. I was still just singing it for me. And I got through that phase or stage in my life and continued to move forward, and made it out of a place of what I would now refer to as darkness into a marvelous place of light with God, and was very, very excited about that. And so I moved forward. And honestly, that song sat in my phone for 10 years. Hadn't thought about it. And one day I was urged by God to pick it up. He just kept speaking amazed to me, amazed. And so I would listen to it again over and over again. And then he told me to call a dear friend of mine, who I had not talked to for years and literally didn't even know had moved back into the Jacksonville area. I thought he lived in another state, wasn't sure if his number was going to work. And he picked up the phone, and I told him what was going on. And I said that God was telling me to record this, and I don't know the first thing about it. And so a huge shout out to Davon Jameson, excuse me, for running with it immediately and saying, I will help you. The one question that he asked me in the beginning, well, what is it that you're trying to do with this music? And I said, Davon, I am just trying to obey God. I want to be able to record this, that somebody else may be encouraged by the lyrics or hear the melody, and it puts a song back in their heart to serve and worship God and to praise him with the fullness of their being. I'm not trying to do anything other than that, than to spread the gospel through it. And he said, I got you. And he has done just that. And so love you, my brother, right? And to all of those, to Nona, who came back and was like, because again, this is 10 years later, right? And she's like, what song? She didn't even remember that she had helped me with this personal thing. And I was just like, sis, I need you to come back. I said, you have been in a part of this from the beginning. And so she is leading the song on this. And my dear friends who God just dropped in my spirit, like I said, I'm surrounded by lots of people who are gifted and talented, but these are the people who the Lord placed in my spirit for this particular project. So do me a favor and download Amazed. And I hope that it will encourage you to remain amazed by the love of God, by his grace, by his kindness, his mercy, his support, his never failing presence, his omnipresence, his omnipotence, right? The power of God that is with you always, even when you don't feel it, and the light of God that shows up in the darkest of your hours. I hope that you are encouraged. You will hear that, yes, there is a lot of repetition, just saying amazed, 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 because I know as an educator that repetition is the thing, right, that causes people to really stay grounded in the things that they hear. And so we want you to be amazed by the love of God and to have that in your mindset each and every day. I love you with the love of the Lord. This is my simple call to action for you. Please download it on any streaming service today and share it with as many people as you can. You never know who may be encouraged. Thank you so much for joining with me. I got to get to work. I got meetings to attend, but I love you with the love of the Lord, and I'm excited. This is the release for Amaze. God bless you and have a wonderful day.